Hello, everybody. So today I want to talk about why I am bad at sex. I know it's hard to admit, you know, it's something that's very difficult to talk about. But I think there needs to be a discussion about it, and I want to talk about why I'm bad at sex. So for most of my life, I've always been, I guess, sexually frustrated. I've always been like an isolated person. I've never really enjoyed social interactions. I'm not that type of person that likes to socialize. It makes me feel uncomfortable. So growing up, I was always isolated, and I've had difficulties, having sex because it involves emotions. And in some sense, it doesn't have to involve emotions; it just have to involve physical contact. And from what I've learned from feedback is that I'm always stiff. It feels like I don't know, how does being stiff feel like? Let me try to figure it out. Let me try to do a story in my head that I could process that could describe what stiff means. Oh, so there's someone next to me. So like when stiff, what does stiff mean? So stiff would mean like, I guess when when you're touching, like, what's it called, like a sex doll. You know how a sex doll, it's hard. You don't feel anything. Like it's like it doesn't have any emotion. It's just there. It's like it can't do anything. I guess that's how. I don't know, but then again, I've never done it with a sex doll, so I wouldn't know if that's the way to describe it. But I feel like that's how people describe it when it comes to sex doll. I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons. Like it just my interaction with people, and there is none, so I don't feel like I can't connect with people. Other time, like, you, when you have one night stands, it's pretty dangerous, and a lot of times, the difficulty with one night stands is that some people don't know the limit of no. Some people don't understand the word no. So I mean, you're gonna end up in a risky situation where it's like no means no, but then to people it's like you don't know your limits, like what you like, what you don't like. People that you hook up with, they're not gonna know that, and some people just live in a world that's like different, and then everybody that you sleep with is different. So I feel like I've had such bad experiences that I can recover from that. Like it's like when you have a bad experience, like let's say you have a one night stand or whatever, and you have a bad experience, and then you're like with someone, like let's say you're in a relationship. That's why I always had issues. Like when I was in a relationship, I couldn't be touched. Like I did not like being touched, and for me, I would always describe it as like going to the doctor, and when the doctor touches you, it feels uncomfortable. So I always had trouble describing it. And then one day I went to a doctor, and like I urinated in a cup, and he's like, "Oh, your blood results came out that you have blood in your urine, red blood cells." So then he's like, "Okay, let me check your penis." So he pulled my skin backwards, and he started opening it, and I felt sick, like I was being abused, and then that's when I knew, like, every time I was in a relationship and I was being touched, I felt like I was being abused. So I always had that issue. It's like, please don't touch me, feels like abuse. So you have to remember, like, I don't know, for your information, anyone out there, like, if you're in a relationship, remember that everyone's different, and you never know what your past, what your partner's past has is. So I mean, like let me just tell you, I had that issue where, like I said, I couldn't be in a relationship because I felt like I was being abused when I was being touched, like being touched like this. I couldn't be touched, like it would hurt. I know it doesn't make sense, but for some people that have never experienced abuse, but it felt like it hurt, and it's like I just, and then for me, like, how some people say showering, like people that are abused shower a lot because they want to get rid of like the nasty feeling. For me, it's the opposite. For me, it was the opposite. For me, it was like I couldn't take a shower. The water burned me. I felt sick being touched by the water. Like, being touched by water. In my mind, created like a vision, of the events. And like I that's why I don't like taking showers. Like people look at me and like they don't understand why I don't like to take showers, but for me it's hard. It's like it feels like I'm being abused. I know abuse is a strong word, and I don't know, like sometimes I feel like I shouldn't use that word. Like, I feel like, oh, I shouldn't use that word abuse like that, like, but I've been trying to look for another word, to describe how I feel. Like, imagine water touching you. Imagine water touching you, and you can't take a shower because it feels like it's burning. It feels like something like that's a horrible feeling, to feel. So a lot of times I do go without showers. I do go without taking showers, and it's like something I try to manage. But the longest, because I was writing I don't I was writing an essay where I talk about this. I don't know where I was talking about this, but I'm pretty sure I was writing an essay for one of my classes, and I talked about how one time I didn't take a shower for a month. So yeah, one time I went a month without taking a shower. That was horrible. But so far, like, I think sometimes I just go 3 days without taking a shower. It's difficult. Um, because I don't know, like, I don't want to give a negative stigma towards like people with mental illnesses, but that's the truth. Like, I hate showering. I don't like to take showers. I always feel like I have to force myself. It feels depressing. So, imagine if I don't like to take showers, and then like being bad at sex. It's like, oh, it's just all that. Like, it's a bunch of mixed feelings. So, yeah, I don't even know what to say. I just feel like let me see, what was I talking about with this video? Why am I bad at it too? um well, I talked about being awkward and not interacting with people, and I talked about like abuse, and talk about what else can I talk about. I know there's another reason. I don't know. I know there's more reasons, but I can't think of them right now. I just feel like I need to go to sleep. So, but I took a shower today. I was like, oh, I'm going to class. I'm going to class. I'm going to take a shower. I kind of did my hair. I don't know. I try my best to look, well, not to look good, but I try my best to be normal. So yeah, what else? Um, um, I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Just let me see. Nope. Have I ever liked anyone? I feel like I always I feel like I always love everyone sleep with. Like I feel like I get obsessed with the people I sleep with. I don't know, that's weird. Like it's a weird feeling. Like, but I always get obsessed with the people I sleep with, which is weird. Like I have these obsessive thoughts with the people I sleep with, and then like a lot of times it's not because I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why do I get obsessed over people? Like, it's not because I like them. It's more because like I don't know. I feel like if you sleep with someone, it should mean something, and it means something. But then I don't know. Like like when I make porn videos, like I feel like you always go to that moment, and you could always remember that moment, and it's like it's a moment that means something, but then like it doesn't really mean anything because it's just sex. So I'm always contradicted with that. It's like I'm in a relationship with my porn videos. I believe, like I feel that making porn videos, and then it's my relationship. So I feel I am in a relationship with my porn videos. I know that sounds weird, but like I think that's why I'm bad at sex. Because of porn as well. Like I've always just I've always just loved masturbating and being about myself and focusing on myself. I've never liked having sex with other people. I don't enjoy sex, to be honest. Like I just supposedly, you could say, oh, because you haven't found the right person, but to be honest, there's no such thing as a right person. You just have to adjust to someone, adapt, and then you live life. You live with problems, likes, dislikes. I've been through all that bullshit, so I'm just saying, like I don't like sex with other people, so I mean that's another contribution, and then porn is involved as well. Porn gives you this idealistic perspective that it's not true. So yeah, that's it. I'm going, and I wanted to make another video after this, but then I forgot what I was gonna make a video about. So goodbye.